Have you ever woken up on a morning that felt wrong from the very first second? Not because something terrible happened, but because something inside you just wasn't at peace. Your chest felt heavy. Your thoughts raced. And even before the day had a chance to unfold, your patience was already gone. Some mornings don't start with accidents or bad news. They start with emotions we don't understand. This is not just a story about a child. It's a story about all of us. Because we were all 7 once. And even as adults, we still carry that same anger, just dressed in bigger words. A quiet town, a loud heart. In a small, peaceful town tucked away in Ohio, mornings usually arrived gently. The streets were calm. Birds sang from the trees. Neighbors waved as they walked their dogs. But inside a modest family home on the corner of Maple Street, peace was about to be broken. 7-year-old Ryan Miller stood in his bedroom, frozen. His toy box was open. His shelves were empty. His bed was upside down. And yet, the one thing he cared about most was nowhere to be found. The blue toy car. It wasn't just plastic and paint. It was the last thing his father had placed in his hands before leaving town for work. It smelled like his dad's cologne. It reminded him of safety. And now, it was gone. When frustration turns into fire, Ryan's breathing grew sharp. He checked under the bed, behind the curtains, inside his backpack. Nothing. His heart began to race. His thoughts turned dark. Why does everything always disappear? Why does nobody ever listen to me? Why am I always alone with my problems? Those thoughts became fuel. Ryan stormed down the hallway and burst into the living room. The door slammed shut behind him. His shoes flew across the floor, and with a voice louder than his own thoughts, he screamed, "I hate this morning. I hate this house. Nothing ever works for me." The room fell silent, but the anger remained, thick, heavy, and uncomfortable. The man who did not react on the couch sat Grandpa Henry. He didn't flinch. He didn't sigh. He didn't raise his voice. He had lived through wars, losses, regrets, and the kind of pain that teaches patience. He knew something most people forget. Anger is loud, but it's also temporary. So, he waited. He watched Ryan pace the room, eyes red, fists tight. And when the storm slowed, Grandpa Henry spoke quietly. Not to control, but to guide. A strange request. "Ryan," he said gently, "come here for a moment." Ryan crossed his arms. "Yes?" "Go back to the front door and apologize to it." Ryan blinked. "Apologize? To the door?" Grandpa nodded calmly. "And after that, say sorry to your shoes as well." Ryan laughed sharply. "That's stupid. Doors don't hear. Shoes don't feel anything." Grandpa smiled. "That's exactly why this matters. The lesson nobody taught us." Grandpa Henry leaned forward. "You didn't slam the door because it was bad. You didn't throw your shoes because they hurt you." Ryan looked down. "You did those things because something inside you was hurting." Ryan's breathing slowed. Grandpa continued, "When anger comes out, it doesn't choose its target. It just needs one." Then he said something unusual. "Whatever your anger can touch, your kindness can touch too." Silence filled the room. "For every act of anger," Grandpa said, "there is an equal chance for love. The moment of choice." Ryan stood still. No one forced him. No one threatened him. He walked to the door slowly and placed his hand against it. "I'm sorry," he whispered. Then he picked up his shoes. "I shouldn't have been angry at you." Something changed. Not the room. Not the door. Ryan changed. The tightness in his chest loosened. The fire inside him faded. Words that last a lifetime. Grandpa hugged him softly. "I'm proud of you," he said. "Not because you obeyed, but because you understood." Then he said the words that would follow Ryan into adulthood. "Anger multiplies anger. Love dissolves it. Fire can never defeat fire, but water always can." Ryan nodded slowly. "I'll try," he said. Grandpa smiled. "That's all anyone ever asks." Final message. For the viewer. Anger is natural, but reaction is a choice. The world already shouts enough. What it lacks is understanding. If a child can learn this lesson, so can we. And maybe, just maybe, kindness is the strongest power we will ever have. YouTube outro. If this story touched your heart, like the video. Share it with someone who needs calm today. And comment one thing this story reminded you of. Until next time, choose patience, choose kindness, choose love.